Live from the Quad Cities with Morgan Otier and Kyle Keel. This is Quad Cities Live.
Today on QCL, glamping for Girl Scouts. Learn how you can spend a day relaxing, laughing, and having fun outdoors with your girlfriends at the annual Glamp fundraiser. And hello, summer. The season is officially upon us, and we're highlighting some fun events and activities across the QC, including the popular weekly concert series at Bass Street Landing in Moline. And later, add a little color to your life. House of Color will join us with more on how to find the right colors for you. You're watching Quad Cities Live on this Thursday, June 27th. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Morgan Otier. Well, there is an exciting grand opening today at Gilda's Club Quad Cities, and it's happening in an hour and a half from right now. My co-host Kyle Keel is there on the Genesis West campus. And Kyle, this is really a very special day for Gilda's.
It truly is, Morgan. This is a very unique opportunity for cancer patients in the Quad Cities to obtain a free wig, and we're going to get into the details in just a moment. The free wig salon is actually located just above the Cancer Institute here on the Genesis West campus, right off of West Central Park in Davenport. So we're going to get a quick tour here on the second floor of Gilda's Club, and we are actually entering the Sparkle Salon right now. That is the special name that is given to this free wig salon, and here to talk all about it now is Joy Bush. She is the executive director of Gilda's Club Quad Cities. Joy, thanks so much for being here with us today on this very special day for you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks so much for coming out.
All right, so Gilda's Club obviously has been around for more than 2 decades. You're celebrating 25 years here in the Quad Cities, so obviously you have an important mission for our community.
Yeah, so we provide free psychosocial support, which is just social and emotional support to anybody impacted by cancer. So that could be the person with the diagnosis, friends, family, and then we also serve those that have lost somebody to cancer. And everything that we do is 100% free of charge. So support groups are a big part of what we do. We do educational programming, healthy lifestyle activities, and social events.
Okay, so we are obviously in the Sparkle Salon. So this is the grand opening today. Ribbon cutting happens at 4:30, and this is a special place for cancer patients because it's very emotional when these patients are going through chemotherapy and they start to lose their hair. That comes with self-confidence issues, and this is a place where they can feel welcome and help boost their confidence. So talk about the idea behind creating this at Gilda's Club.
Yeah, so Genesis actually had a resource room for almost 20 years where they did the free wig resource for us, or for the community, and they needed the space to better serve cancer patients, and they needed more infusion space, more radiation space, and so they asked us if we would take it over. And so we really wanted to create a space that was just something that would be very empowering and uplifting and encouraging, because you're right, it is a really emotional time for people. And then the other thing also is just removing that barrier of cost. So a lot of insurance companies don't cover the cost of wigs because they consider it cosmetic. And wigs, I did not realize until being here, they can run up to almost $700. And so everything, again, that we provide here for the wigs are all free of charge to the patient.
And this is thanks to a special grant. You guys got a special grant money from another organization. So talk about that organization and why that money is so important.
Yeah, so Scott County Regional Authority granted us just about $5,700 to provide everything that we needed. So the shelving units, the styrofoam heads for the wigs, all of the furnishings that we have, and our beautiful mural from Atlanta Dawn. So it was really crucial because, it helped us alleviate those costs to put this together so that we could put that into more programs instead of this.
And obviously, looking at your inventory right now, you've got many different styles of wigs. You've got also some hats that have been knitted as well. So pretty much something for everyone. So if someone's watching right now and they want to come get a wig, what is that process like for them?
Very simple. So they can stop in either here at our Davenport location, or we also have our location at Unity Point in Moline. So both of those locations have wigs, and they just come in. They can come with a loved one. They can come by themselves. Staff will sit down with them, help them try it on. We have the vanity that they can sit down and look, and it's fun. You hear people come in. You can hear laughter. You hear tears, and just having that safe space where they can come and feel comfortable and just try it on and see what fits them best.
And another question someone might have, like, okay, I kind of like this wig, but it's not quite my style. There's an avenue that people can take to get the wig to fit their personality.
Yes, absolutely. So Gloria's Hats, Hair, and Wigs, we have a partnership with her.
That's awesome.
To where they can take the wig into them and she will help fit it, she'll clean it, she'll style it, cut it if they need it to, and give them all the tips and tricks that they need to know on how to care for it.
All right, so obviously the grand opening here for the Sparkle Salon at Gilda's Club Quad Cities is happening at Genesis West in Davenport. We'll pull up the address on your screen. So when are hours going to be available after today?
So our regular office hours are Monday through Thursday, 8 to 5, and then Fridays we're here usually 8 to 2.
All right, awesome. Hopefully you'll get a good turnout for the ribbon cutting. And coming up in the next half hour, we're going to continue our conversation with Gilda's on the Sparkle Salon and the free wigs that they're providing for the community and talk about that community support. We kind of teased that mural from Atlanta Dawn, so we'll get a closer look at that coming up in the next half hour of Quad Cities Live. For now, live in Davenport, I'm Kyle Keel. We'll send it back to you in the studio, Morgan.
All right, super special. Kyle, thank you so much. Well, starting next week, you can add some extra sunshine to your summer by visiting the Figge Art Museum because there's free admission during the month of July. Yes, Joshua Johnson is back with us today. Joshua, welcome back.
Thank you for having me.
We love having you here. So thanks to some amazing sponsors, we can all enjoy the museum next month.
Yeah, so the whole month of July is going to be free to our visitors. Cal and Jill Warner are fantastic donors and sponsors to the museum, and they've helped us make admission free for all throughout the entire month of July. There's going to be a ton of free programming available to the public, of course, as well as some fantastic Big Picture in the House programming on Wednesdays mornings and afternoons. We have family days scheduled throughout the run of this exhibition too. It's going to be a fantastic summer for the Figge.
Yeah, that's fabulous, and kind of removing those cost barriers whenever you guys can. Thanks to some amazing sponsors, it just really furthers your mission, correct? Bringing art and people together.
Of course. I mean, ultimately, you know, this museum, it's the community's museum, right?
Yeah.
This is your museum as much as it is the people who work there or the donors or whomever, right? So in addition to these free summers, we also want to always remind people that we're free every Thursday night from 5 to 8 p.m. and we have free weekend days scattered throughout the calendar, so check the Figge website for those.
We do, absolutely. All right, so tell us about your big summer exhibition. It is opening next week, Saturday, July 6th, correct?
That's correct. So we have Walter Wick Hidden Wonders. So the name Walter Wick may not initially kind of ring bells for people, but if people ever read the kind of I Spy series, you will remember seeing his photographs. So this was a series of books he collaborated with Jan Marzolo on, who wrote the riddles inside. But it's, you know, that standard kind of seek and find and trying to find all these kind of hidden riddles and images hidden inside these images. So it's a really fun exhibition for kids. There's over 69 kind of large-scale photographs in the exhibition, and we also have a selection of the models that he created alongside his model builders, Randy Gilman and Bruce Morozko. So there will be models that he was using for the photographs in the exhibition as well.
Very cool. Okay, so we got a shot of the book that you were referencing, these I Spy books. I mean, this brings back some real nostalgia for a lot of us, I think.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things like millennials definitely remember going to the book fairs and trying to buy these kids from those like scholastic book fairs. And now, you know, it's a great opportunity to see how this artist kind of ended up making these photographs.
Yeah.
He didn't start illustrating books like this till he was 38. So he made a pivot from kind of a more traditional kind of photojournalist and someone taking more typical landscape photographs to doing these like child's themes booked illustrations, which are fantastic.
I was going to ask, I mean, what do you feel makes his, his work so unique? Describe it for us.
You know, it was interesting in kind of reading more about him in preparation for this exhibition that he wants to approach everything with like a childlike sense of wonder.
Yeah.
So he is constantly kind of not wanting to get mired down in the technical aspects of photography, though he's incredibly proficient at those things. He wants to kind of approach everything as a child would. He remembers still like playing with a lot of these same things as a kid on his dining room floor, and now he's doing the same thing as this kind of successful adult photographer.
Very cool. So when people walk in to see the exhibition, what can they expect to see? How do you guys have it, ready to go, laid out?
Well, we're not quite ready yet. We're actually still setting this up just now.
Yeah.
But they'll actually be greeted by a selection from the Curiosity Curiosity Shop series that he created, which was a different book in this series, on the first floor. So they'll get a kind of a taste of the exhibition there, and then they'll go upstairs to the second floor where they'll get the kind of full breadth of his body of work, starting from when he was still working as kind of a photojournalist, and also exploring his view through optics and kind of the more scientific side of photography and seeing.
Which is so interesting.
It's so, and you're seeing some of the photos there with like the color spectrum of light.
Look at that.
And then he is also going more into the series we're more familiar with, like the I Spy series and Hidden Wonders, and of course, Can You See What I See, which is another one of his more well-known book series.
There's something for everyone, that's for sure. Well, typically the Figge hosts some special events or programs in conjunction with a new exhibition. So I think you already alluded to it, but what's planned for Hidden Wonders as far as that's concerned?
Of course. So if you want to meet Walter Wick, he's actually going to be there for a member reception on the 17th. And so that's for museum members only. But if you want to meet him and you're not a museum member yet, although I do recommend doing that, come on the 18th, and he's going to give a family-friendly talk that's free to the public, of course.
That is very, very cool. Okay, so what do you hope the visitors are going to take away from this exhibition?
So I really hope that they take away the same kind of childlike sense of wonder that Walter puts into these photographs. So we really are going to encourage exploration. So on a lot of the labels, there's going to be prompts from the book asking people to find certain things with the image. We're going to send kids around with actual magnifying glasses so they can look at these. So we're hoping that it creates a sense of deeper wonder and also curiosity, and also just deep looking at these photographs.
Well, yeah, and making it interactive is such a special thing to be able to do. Whenever you have, you know, works for these exhibitions, and when people can get more involved in it, I think that's always just really special. Again, as we mentioned, the museum is going to be free during the month of July, and you may have mentioned a couple of things, but beyond this really cool exhibition, what can families look forward to coming up next month?
So, you know, in addition to this fantastic exhibition, we also have our Southern Photography exhibition, which is still up on the 3rd floor. And we also have, we've been reinstalling a lot of the different spaces in our permanent galleries. So even if you think you've seen the Figge recently, come back.
You haven't
changes
seen it
all the
like
time.
this.
No, no.
That's what makes it such a special place. Okay, so the Walter Wick Hidden Wonders exhibition, it opens next Saturday, July 6th. To learn more or check out other exhibitions underway right now, just visit FiggeArtMuseum.com. Joshua, thank you so much for being here, and thank you for bringing these books. It was fun to see them again, you know?
Thank you for having me.
Of course, we always love to have you. Well, coming up on QCL, grab your moms, sisters, best friends for a weekend of glamorous camping, better known as glamping. Details on how the event benefits our local Girl Scouts. Next.
You're watching Quad Cities Live.
Horseback riding, kayaking, time to just sit quietly and read a book. Ladies, doesn't that sound perfect? Well, you can make it happen at the annual Glamp for Girl Scouts event. Shelly Wells-Kane is with the Girl Scouts of Eastern Iowa and Western Illinois, and she's joining us now. Shelly, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Yes, I'm super excited to talk about this event. It sounds like so much fun.
It is so much fun. You need to come and join us.
Yes, it would be a blast. So for those who have never glamped before, give us a little definition of what that means, glamping.
You bet. So for those who think glamping is like the nicest Marriott or camping, it's not quite that. But it's still where you can stay indoors. You receive the best of food and activities. And so it's like camping in style.
It is. You still have some amenities, right? So it's not like, oh my gosh, what have I gotten myself into?
Yes. Indoor plumbing.
Indoor plumbing. But, you know, we were all wondering. I'm glad you said it. Okay, so it's a really popular annual event, and it is coming up at the beginning of October, correct?
Yes, first weekend in October.
Okay, so kind of describe the weekend for us. It goes on all weekend?
It goes on all weekend. Okay. Again, it's where women can come and get away from everything and be with their sisters, their daughters, their friends, and it can really be whatever they want. There are activities all day long. So some women really want the more adventurous, so they might kayak and do the rock climbing wall and zip line or archery. story. Others just want to sit back. They might, again, read a book.
They want quiet.
They want quiet. Or they want to do the mixology or the barista or tablescapes.
Yes.
And do more sessions like that. Or you can do a combination. A lot of them do a combination.
Yeah.
But it's so much fun. And then there are, there's tons of food, beverages all weekend long.
Yeah.
Just so much fun. They come together, and then we have some special activities too.
Very, very cool.
I won't give it all away.
Yeah, no, but we are going to go in just a few minutes. I'm going to kind of go down the list of some of the really cool sessions that they can sign up for, because I went through the registration process last night because I wanted to see, what it would be like to sign up and pick your sessions, and I could not believe how much is offered.
It is a busy, full weekend.
Yeah.
The whole time they're there is something to do.
Yeah.
And again, some women are just like, you know what, I'm going to sit out back here by the pergola and just hang out, and that's okay too.
Sounds good to me. Okay, there is an optional Friday night sleepover and pre-glamp party. So tell us about that part of the event.
Yes, so we added Friday a couple of years ago. For those, again, who just want to get away, it's not as structured. There is dinner, there are snacks, there are beverages, but nothing really super organized.
Okay.
We have games out, and again, the women might just walk around the camp.
Whatever you want.
Or more than 200 acres, and it's just beautiful. And in October, it's just gorgeous.
I was going to ask you, it's at Camp Liberty, which is in New Liberty, correct?
Yes. It's just north of the Iowa 80 truck stop.
Okay.
And so it's really not far at all from those here. But we have women who come from all over the Midwest.
Oh, I can imagine. So describe Camp Liberty for us. For people that have never had the opportunity, my daughter was just dying to go to Girl Scout camp. She's a new Girl Scout.
Oh, good.
And it filled up so quickly because it's just so nice.
It is so nice. We have almost 1,000 girls who will be out there this summer. So we did a major renovation about 9 years ago. We still have the rustic units. We have some brand new rustic units, so girls can still get that type of camping, especially our older girls. But then we built a brand new lodge when we did the renovation, and it's absolutely gorgeous. So all the girls can come together and eat at the same time, where we used to have to do shifts.
Okay.
And there are attached cabin units, so many girls can stay in a unit at a time. It is a fabulous experience, and we have to get your daughter out there.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. Absolutely. Okay, and to be clear, this is for women 21 and up, so no kids. Okay, so while the summer will have all the kiddos having all the fun out there, this is specifically for the ladies to have a little getaway, which is great. Do we have to be outdoorsy to glam?
Not at all. Not at all. And again, that's what's so great about it, is because we have all kinds of women who come. It's just like the girls.
Yes.
And some are really all about that, but no, many of them, they are definitely staying on the in the indoor units. They are inside a whole lot of the time because we have so many sessions. Many are inside, many are outside.
It's what you want to make of it.
It is exactly.
That's so great. When you guys were coming up with the idea for this glamp for Girl Scouts, why did you decide to go that route instead of something more regimented like you would often see at like a traditional camp?
Sure. I'd heard about this from another council out in Washington when we were doing our renovation, and I thought, if it comes out the way I think it's going to, we should try this. So we started really small. We're going on our 9th year, but we started intentionally with 25 women, and we've grown it each year since then. And so I think it was just, let's offer something new to this community. Let's get people out to the Girl Scout camp, because also we rent out the camp when girls are not there, because it helps offset our costs.
Absolutely.
So we have weddings out there. We have employee retreats, leadership retreats, all kinds of things. So it really offers, because the community helped to build it. So we want the community to come back out and use it.
Oh, I love that. And ultimately, of course, we have to get to this part. It benefits local Girl Scouts.
Absolutely.
So when people sign up and participate, talk about the ways in which it supports the organization.
You bet. So again, we talked a little bit about camp. We are all about building leadership in girls. And so one way we do that is certainly through the outdoors. That's always been a really important part of Girl Scouting. But a lot of girls, they're not outdoorsy either.
Right.
So it also goes to help provide programs to girls just throughout the year. And the thing with Girl Scouts is really just to introduce girls to new experiences, to help them become leaders of their own lives, whatever that might look like. And so every girl is different. We want to give them all kinds of experiences and opportunities. So if I happen to be interested in STEM, I might be introduced through Girl Scouts, or if I want travel, that might be my introduction.
That is so cool. Yeah, a really supportive organization. Before we completely run out of time with you. I just want to go over just a few of the things that you can do at this camp. You mentioned archery,
yes.
art of pictures and posing.
Yeah.
I love this. Barista, candle painting, dance, horseback riding, which sounds amazing. You said holiday tablescapes. You can kayak, you can canoe, you can paddleboard. There's skincare, wine tasting, ladies, and you can try out the zip line.
Yes.
So, and that is just a fraction.
It is a fraction, and it is just so much fun.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Well, to learn more about our Girl Scouts and how to get involved with them, visit girlscoutstoday.org. And if you're ready to get registered for a fun glamping weekend like I am, visit glampweekend.com. Shelley, great job today, and thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it, of course. Well, up next on QCL, say hello to summer with the popular Bass Street Landing concert series. We'll take a behind-the-scenes look and meet one of the musicians after the break.
You're watching Quad Cities Live.
Live music on the plaza at Bass Street Landing each week is a great way to spend your time during the summer months. It's something so unique to the Quad Cities and allows families to enjoy each other while supporting area musicians and local businesses. Here's a look behind the scenes at the Bass Street Landing Summer Concert Series.
Listening to local live music and enjoying local vendors, food and beverage. We get to hear this great music from, well, tonight would be For Those About to Yacht, and we also have a local artist that stops in as well. The scenery and just the location of this space is just awesome for the live music.
Well, it's a family event. You know, lots of families come in. I got my son with me. There's the fountain he likes to play in, and it's just a good time. I mean, look around. People are just here to have a good time, relax. There's no drama. Just sit down and, you know, enjoy music.
We are For Those About to Yacht. Clearly a fun play on words with AC/DC on that. The idea behind it, a lot of the guys in this band were people that I had wanted to play with for a long time. A lot of us have played in previous bands and been around the music community and know a lot of good people who play as well. This is all the music that we all grew up listening to. I have my father to thank for Led Zeppelin. I have my mom to thank for everything else. Neil Diamond watching the movie Grease way too many times and appreciating Mamma Mia later in life as well. So, and we all kind of felt as we were doing it that we caught lightning in a bottle, and it's very welcoming. That's what's fun about it. Every age group is singing all the words with us, and I personally have never experienced that before, so we're definitely having a riot doing this right now.
This is our first time this year. So last year I told my husband we were going to start coming down more this summer. So here we are, and I invited our friends and neighbors to come down with us. So I'm looking forward to it and coming to more.
It gets pretty full. I don't know how many people it'd be, maybe hundreds, but it's really great with the vendors and the sponsors. It really helps out, and it really makes it a really good event.
This event is free thanks to a bunch of really amazing sponsors, John Deere Pavilion and Hutchison Engineering, who are our stage sponsors. A lot of really great organizations and companies help support and make this happen.
Well, John Deere sponsors community musical events just because we're part of the community. Our employees, our customers, our fans are out in this community. We love free events for the family. Concerts are a great way to go out and just enjoy a beautiful summer evening. John Deere's been in Moline since 1848, and music's just always been a part of John Deere. We've got photos all the way back to 1884 of what was called the John Deere Cornet Band, and it was a horn band that played in community parades, company activities, and we see that throughout the history of the company. It's important to give back. It's important to be a vibrant part of the community. I live in Moline. I raised my family here. We get out in the community, so we just want to be a part of it.
These free events are wonderful for our community. It gets people out of their houses, enjoying community, but it's good for our economy and for our local businesses and our local bands, and just a really great opportunity for us all to get together and enjoy time here in the Quad Cities. If you want to enjoy good company, good music, good food, good drink, it's just a great time.
And here is a look at the schedule of bands and musicians taking the stage each Thursday at Bass Street Landing. Totes My Goats is tonight, and Smooth Groove is coming up Thursday, July 11th after the 4th of July holiday. And you can find a link to the schedule or watch any of our Hello Summer stories by heading to our website, kwqc.com. Still to come on QCL, House of Color will be here to help us answer our most difficult wardrobe questions, from summer packing to a night out, how all of that becomes easier when you get your color analysis done. That's next.
You're watching Quad Cities Live.
Picture this. You are packing for a summer getaway and your entire closet is sprawled out all over the bed. This is a familiar scene for many of us ladies, but it does not have to be that hard. Danielle Minnick is here from House of Color, located in Bettendorf. Danielle, welcome back.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. We have a lot of stuff to get to, a lot of really fun stuff. So Danielle, you are certified in color analysis. Describe for folks what that is.
Yeah, so we do a process of using all of these beautiful drapes here and looking at what your undertones are going to look best with. So your best blue, your best red, all of the colors,
right,
so you can look and feel your very best.
What I think is cool about that is you say your best blue, your best red. I think that almost helps people understand a little bit more of what this is. It's not that blue doesn't look good on you.
That's right.
Or you can no longer wear green. It is that there are undertones.
Yes.
That what is the best green for you to wear for your skin tone. I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
So talk about the process in analyzing somebody's colors. You kind of alluded to these scarves.
Yep.
Here. So how does it work?
Yeah, so we take a look at what these drapes are telling us about your skin. We drape them on warm versus cool initially to kind of get an idea of what your tone base is. And warm base colors are blue base or yellow based, I'm sorry, and then our cool base colors are blue based. And so that kind of gives us a range, and then we kind of narrow it down from there. If you need something that's more vibrant, like your bright blue, versus something that's more blended and softer, like my softer blue.
Okay, so right now we're taking a look at some of the before and afters of some of your clients.
Yeah.
And now we're checking out the color wheel. So this, talk about the seasons.
Yeah, so we have 4 seasons within House of Color, and it's representing 14 million colors in the world, and kind of narrowing it down so that you have an easy focus of things that are going to look great for you in your specific season. So we've got the warm colors on the top and the cool on the bottom, and then as you can kind of see, one side's a little bit more brighter and then the other is more blended.
More muted. Yeah, that is super interesting. So when your clients, when they figure out if they're a spring or an autumn or a winter or a summer, are they surprised often?
Sometimes yes, very much so. Everybody always wants to guess before they come, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's fun.
It's definitely fun to learn these things. How can color analysis help us kind of simplify our wardrobe? Because I will use an anecdote from my own home. So I still have, I got the winter stuff kind of packed up and put away in the basement, and brought up the summer stuff. And you know, the closets are too full, and I need to get rid of some stuff.
Yes.
I feel like this would be a helpful thing for me to do in order to get rid of some of those reds that may not be my reds.
Yeah. So this allows you to streamline your wardrobe so that you have just the colors that are going to look best on you. So those shirts that you probably aren't wearing, there might be a reason. It might not be your color, and you just don't realize that that's the reason. But it also allows for you to mix and match all of the clothes in your wardrobe, because our seasons are designed that they are all going to coordinate well together. So anything in your closet's going to work well together regardless.
Once you figure that out. Talk about what we're looking at here.
Yes, so this would allow you to create a capsule wardrobe in your closet. So this is, it sounds silly, but the math would be 5 + 5 = 25.
Right.
5 shirts, 5 bottoms, and now you've got 25 outfits. When you kind of mix and match different things together, you can really maximize your wardrobe with minimal pieces.
And I've heard that term in the past, a capsule wardrobe. It's just kind of like your basics. Like once you get that started, you know, you're golden.
That's right.
For a while.
And often you see capsule wardrobes with a lot of neutrals.
Yes.
And it's kind of bland looking. But this allows you to feel confident in wearing the color and not having it be so safe with just those neutrals.
You're so right. Okay, so it is summer break, and color analysis also really translates to some easy vacation packing. We know how hard it is. If there's anybody out there that's like me, like you always overpack, you bring too many things, this can help with that.
Yes, same concept. You know, you can start thinking about having just a handful of pieces that you can now mix and match throughout your vacation. So maybe you have a pair of shorts that you wear with a button down for one outing, and then you can have a dress with a different top where it all kind of mixes and matches. It allows you to have less stress and focus on making more memories.
I feel like you're wearing those shoes today.
I am.
That are on the screen. They are so cute. No, these are great graphics because they show, like, you know, how different an outfit can look based on how you style it. So you really don't need to bring
as much. Change some accessories, change from the tops to the bottoms, and you've got a whole different look.
Very, very cool. Okay, so I know people are going to be trying to get a hold of you after seeing you talk about this today. When they do book an appointment, what can they expect? Time-wise, it takes a little while, right? Because you are trying to get this absolutely perfect.
Yes, it does take a little bit of time. It takes about 2 hours for an individual to go through the process. We work with the drapes and see what those drapes are telling us, and then we also play with a little bit of makeup to kind of figure out what is your best blush, what is your best lipstick, so that head to toe you are all in harmony.
You walk out feeling great. Okay, well, Danielle is the closest color analyst in our area, and to learn more, book an appointment, visit houseofcolor.com. Danielle, thank you so much for all the insight. We appreciate it. Well, up next on QCL, the grand opening of the new Gilda's Club Wig Salon is about 40 minutes away. Kyle will join us with a live preview after the break.
You're watching Quad Cities Live.
Well, it's an exciting afternoon for Gilda's Club Quad Cities and the many cancer patients who get needed support from that organization. My co-host Kyle Keel is joining us live from the Gilda's Club Genesis West location. Kyle, there's a grand opening set for 4:30.
Yes, the ribbon is officially going to be cut here in the Sparkle Salon at Gilda's Club Quad Cities at the Davenport Clubhouse. And behind me are just many of the dozens of wigs, many different colors, many different styles that cancer patients can choose from. This can be a very emotional and vulnerable time for these patients. So Gilda's Club is giving them the opportunity to come choose a wig or choose a hat of their choosing. And it's all for free, and it's all from a grant that they receive. So here to talk more about that is Kelsey Allen. She is the Director of Programming here at Gilda's Club Quad Cities. Kelsey, thanks so much for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Absolutely. So we mentioned that we're in the Sparkle Salon here at Gilda's Club Quad Cities, and it has a very special name because, as we know, Gilda's Club is named after Gilda Radner, and you know, this has a special meaning, this name.
Yeah, so we like to pay tribute to Gilda as much as we can in our spaces, and this being one of them, the Sparkle Salon is named after Gilda Radner's dog.
Love that.
Sparkle.
Yeah.
So it's unique, and it's definitely a sparkling space.
All right, and remind our viewers again how, you know, if they know someone who's going through cancer, if one of our viewers is going through cancer, and they're looking to get a wig, they can do it for free. So what's the process like when they come here to the Davenport Clubhouse?
Yeah, so anybody that is impacted by cancer that is needing a wig is able to stop into this salon and pick out something for free. There is a large selection from all different colors and styles, and we are blessed to partner with Gloria's Hats, Hair, and Wigs here in our community. So if they find a wig, but maybe it's just not the style or they need it cleaned, is willing to do that for them as well.
That's great. And, you know, there's probably some people at home saying, you know what, I have a couple of wigs that I don't use or have no use. Can I donate them? And the answer is yes.
The answer is definitely yes. Yeah. Prior to even taking on this initiative, we were receiving wig donations quite frequently, and that has not changed. So we are happy to take those wig donations and put them in this space or in our Moline Clubhouse space as well.
Okay, and obviously we mentioned that the ribbon cutting is officially at 4:30, so things are going to get a little exciting around here very soon. But, you know, you've had a lot of community support with this as well, because this is a very important initiative. Talk about first the grant that you all received.
Yeah, so this space would not be made possible without the support from SCRA funding, who actually, you know, made this possible. And then with their funding, we were able to provide this beautiful space and mural through a local artist, Atlanta Dawn.
Yeah, we just had Atlanta Dawn on yesterday because she did the Arts Alley, and, you know, she's been doing a lot for the community, including this beautiful mural that really catches your eye as these patients walk in here. Why is that important to have such a warm, welcoming painting for these people to see?
Yeah, we want all of our spaces in our clubhouse to be warm and welcoming and unique, and like you're walking into a home, and we felt like this was the perfect fitting. We gave Atlanta kind of the initial vision of we wanted some floral and some butterflies, and she came in and free-handed the entire wall. We were completely amazed. I think she was supposed to be here for a week and ended up doing it in a day. So she's extremely talented and kind of made our vision come to life.
Absolutely. So you've got this warm, welcoming space. You know, people can look in a vanity mirror and get a look at the wig. And like you said, you've got that outlet that if people don't quite like the style, they don't find quite their style, that they can take it to that wig shop, right?
Yes, absolutely.
All right, Kelsey, thank you so much. And if you would like to check out the Gilda's Club Sparkle Salon here at the Davenport campus of Genesis, we've got the address on your screen. You can also visit their website for more information. And again, that ribbon cutting is at 4:30, and we're going to have much more coverage coming up on TV6 News at 10 o'clock. For Quad Cities Live, I'm Kyle Keel in Davenport.
All right, Kyle, thank you so much. And tomorrow on Quad Cities Live, we are gearing up for Independence Day, and the city of Bettendorf is planning another fun parade and party for the 4th. We'll get the details on that. And while 4th of July celebrations are fun for most of us, our pets can have a hard time, especially with the fireworks. We'll get some tips from the Quad City Animal Welfare Center. That and much more tomorrow on QCL. And thank you so much for watching. Your local news at 4 is next.